It's another edition of the Viral Virtue Show, and it's always a pleasure to have you tune in. And if this is your first time, this is the Viral Virtue Show, the show that promotes a culture of good character, morals, and values. My name is a.k.a. Abiodun, and with me in the house, I have OC and Big OJ.
Hi.
So what's up? How have you guys been?
We're cool.
Good.
All right, so today we'll be talking about something really important, and I'll let OC tell us more about our topic.
Yes, today our topic would be who is to blame for a failing society. Every great society thrives on law and order.
True.
And when a society doesn't conform to that, then there's chaos. But somebody has to be held responsible.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with AB.
Okay.
The law today was to wear something more traditional. Why are you flouting the laws?
You see, this is the problem.
Maybe
we
people
have.
like you are the people we should
You know,
hold
this is the
responsible.
problem we have because who gave the law? Answer, who gave the law? Was
didn't
there
get the memo?
actually a law?
You didn't get the memo?
And then therein lies another problem. You could do partial communication.
She's turning it on us. She's turning it on us.
So you see,
Don't worry, we'll catch her.
Oh, okay.
We'll catch her.
Bringing
Yes.
us back to the conversation for today, talking about who is to blame for a failing society. There are
What do you
some things
think,
that I
Big
think
OJ?
are very important that needs to be in place for a society to be functional. Right, which I would just want to share with the people who are watching. The first thing is that for a society to be functional, there has to be stable family systems.
Sure.
Right. The second thing is that for us to be able to thrive as a society, there needs to be a sense of communal living and a sense of belonging. The third thing is that the people who have been put in positions of power, maybe within the family system, within organizations, they have to create systems that allow their people to thrive and also be happy, right? Another thing is that we all, and even those who are watching, have a role, we all have a role to play in keeping the society functional, So that's to say, which is the final point that I'm trying to make. It's not your business. It's not your business. For me, it's not just your business. It's not just your business. It's also my business if we want to keep the society thriving. Having said that, after the break, we will be having a guest who will come in, spice up this conversation, and have an amazing time with us. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Join us back after the break.
I was born under complicated circumstances.
Back at home, I felt rejected and sad.
I felt I wasn't good enough.
He was very, very possessive.
I got pregnant. I had a baby. Then I dropped out of school.
I'm sick and tired of this life I'm leaving. Somebody tell me why am I still breathing?
I went back to the Word of God.
Right now, I know who I have on the inside of me, and I know who I am.
Strive for excellence and give it your absolute best every time you get a chance.
We will pray some more. We will dance, we will sing, we will love you more. On and on, we proclaim you, Lord. We scream from the bottom of our hearts. I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end.
Hey there, so welcome back. While you were away, our guest came in, so I'm going to be introducing Chinedu, a singer-songwriter. Chinedu, you're welcome.
Thank you
Great
so
to
much.
have you here, Chinedu.
It's an honor to be here.
So before you came in, we're talking about the society and who's to blame. Oji had told us 5 things that he felt a society needed that what a society is built on. So I want to know what your definition of a failing society is.
All right. Thank you so much for all of this. It's indeed a privilege, So a failing society, first of all, the question is, what is my definition of a failing society?
Yes.
A failing society, I would say, is, first of all, one that lacks the primary unit of every society, which is family. And if that unit is failing, a society is failing. A lot of people have, pointed fingers, to the continent of Africa and how that, there are a lot of resources here. We shouldn't be poor. We shouldn't be broke. All the things that are happening to us shouldn't be happening. But the question is, if the fingers are pointed to the leaders, where did the leaders come from? You know, so Africa or Nigeria or whatever country it is, their leaders are a product of their community.
Yes.
Their leaders are a product of the citizens.
That's right.
So for me, a failing society would be a society where the family unit is failing.
It's failing. So how would failure look like in society today? In what way would you say the society is failing? Let me ask AB what she thinks about that.
Well, I think, first of all, I'll start by the aspect of taking responsibility. We are failing in that aspect in the sense that everybody seems to be pointing towards the government. And we are forgetting that just like he said, the government is made up of individuals, that belong to the family. And so that in that aspect, we are failing to take responsibility. We are failing to, and because when you start to take responsibility, you know that, okay, I'm supposed to play a role. And when you don't take responsibility, you don't realize that you're supposed to play a role. And when you don't realize you're supposed to play a role, you don't play your role.
Yeah.
So, I think that's
So who is to blame for that gap now?
For that gap, so on my own part, I think everyone who has a role to play in the development of the people that make up the society.
Sure.
So you have family, you have the school system, right? You have organizations that are supposed to create systems and structures that help us all thrive. But as I'm calling this different systems and units, I'm not trying to make it look as things that are far away from us, because it's everyday people like us that make up that system and that can then make that system thrive, make the people within that system thrive, and by so doing, make the society thrive, because it is us who play a role in the society. I have to be careful and count my words when I'm saying that.
We all do. Okay, so we have agreed that we all contribute to the way the society is turning out.
Of course.
You're a singer-songwriter, sir. How does that influence, what kind of contribution do you make to society, and how would that improve its impact?
First of all, I say this a lot to people. There are certain things that you cannot say, but you can sing. And that in itself is already a blockbuster. In fact, in our country today, there are certain people, I have even taken a survey, physical survey. Okay. I've asked them, say these words. They find it difficult to say the words because it doesn't just sit well with their virtues and their personal convictions.
Yeah.
But then a song plays minutes later and they are vibing to the exact same words that they could not say. And so my role would be to, in my own little way, imbibe in people who listen to me a culture of ownership and responsibility. I'm not going to write a song or do something, or sing something or be in a place that does not, support the things that I believe and I hold dear.
Yeah.
If I'm going to write songs, if I'm going to put materials and content out there for people to consume, I should first understand that these people would easily echo and re-echo these words.
That's right. That's right.
There are even some songs, I don't know if I have the permission to mention, but maybe we should just leave that. There are even some songs that people will not, they don't agree with if you said it.
Yeah.
But they are singing it. And these things are good values. Now they are singing good values. And before you know it, little by little, these things are imbibed in their everyday living.
Yeah.
Check countries in the West. The rate of crime is increased because of the kind of things that people are saying in songs. Suicidal thoughts and all of that. So as a songwriter, my goal is to not say anything that would make the woman look in a certain way, derogatory statements about the woman, or to say anything that's going to reduce the self-esteem of anyone that is listening to me.
Yeah.
So my contribution basically would be to release words and content in form of song and melody that will strengthen and convict people in the right direction.
True.
Amazing.
And I think that's amazing. That's amazing. It's simply amazing. So I think we should take a break.
Yes, we should.
And so when we come back,
Yes, we'll dig more
we continue.
into
Sometimes in life, we find ourselves in a dark place.
Getting kicked out of school just shook my faith because I was like, where were you when this was happening to me? If you loved me, you would have looked out for me.
God felt so far away.
But just in the nick of time, a ray of hope shines through.
He helped me to know that there was a best friend in Jesus.
Even though sometimes we don't hear him or we don't see him, he's actually there.
Stories of men and women who pull through worse experiences filter through to our ears. Hope, joy, peace and love gradually replacing every fear, pain and doubt.
Welcome to 700 Club.
Join us on 700 Club Nigeria and experience stories that will inspire your whole family.
So welcome back. We were just talking with Chinedu and he was just giving us some really salient points about how he uses his ability to sing and write to promote values in society. Now our show, we're trying to promote the culture of good character, morals, and value. So you just sat right on that table, you know, and we're really glad that you harped on that.
Yeah.
We're just going into, you know, every family is a unit where morals and value systems are established. You know, usually at an unconscious level by how we function. So you have rightly said that the impact goes very far. Most people would respond more positively to music than they would just be to if you were saying the same thing in words. So how do you think we can influence families to begin to affect in such a way that it affects the values that are being produced in those families? I mean, I've encountered people who do not have the right value system just because they were not exposed to it at the family level. So how do you think we can influence family outside of singing and writing?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to sum it all up in one word: intentionality.
Being intentional.
You have to be intentional. Now, this is even before. I tell people, I say this a lot. Becoming or starting out or starting a family, what you need is not just money. You need money, all right? But that's not just what you need. You need to have been ready and prepared to not just be a husband but a father. To not just be a wife but a mom. Not just someone that carried someone for 9 months, but to not just, you know, give childcare but also provide parenting service. Very important. And so I think that we must be intentional with the kind of things that we introduce our children to, the kind of cartoons, animations,
Crazy
you know,
things.
these days, nothing
These
is
days.
as innocent as they look.
That's right. That's the word.
You have to be careful. You know, I saw a viral video of, you know, one of the very big artists in the West. She was playing her song and her daughter walked into the room and she stopped playing the song because she didn't want her daughter to listen to her own song. Because she knows what her song will do to her own daughter. So other children can listen.
Exactly.
Nice.
Wow.
You know, so you have to be intentional. I think that intentionality as a parent, you know, as a member of the family unit is very important. I mean, look at people of the Middle East, you know, they start to groom their children from a very young age. You know, I grew up with some of them, you know, around me, and at 2, the first things they can say, that's their structure of building values. Their first set of words, you don't joke with that. So you have to be intentional as a parent. You don't just be a father as per you are there to provide. No, you're supposed to be a dad. You're supposed to not just give childcare. In Africa, a lot of parents are giving just childcare. You, I bathed you when you're carrying your mom. I take care of you. I'm carrying you for 9 months. No, that's not all. You have to be a parent.
You know, just to add to what you said about being intentional. I have 2 girls, and I'm very deliberate because, you know, you also talked about cartoons, and there are some cartoons I can go to bed, you know, leaving my children watch because I know that they are, you know, really good. But recently, I can't dare do that because I realized that subtly and gradually they are introducing values that I do not want my children to have. Because one day she walked up to me, my oldest that is 9, and she was telling me, Mom, you say they are good witches. I say, a witch is a witch. Do you understand? So because of that, I became very deliberate. I will not let them watch a movie that I have not watched, even though I'm really busy. And so there's this thing we do in the house, we do movie nights. Because we were deliberate about the cartoons. In fact, we stopped cable TV. And so we get as many movies as we can do. And but before they watch the movie, and then they will watch it. They can watch it for 1 week over. I don't know how they do that, but that deliberation for me is key, because now others out there, they are deliberate about instilling the wrong values in your children.
That's right. They are deliberate about instilling
so
the
you
wrong
cannot
values.
not be deliberate. You understand? Yeah. So that's what you said is really
Very
key.
intentional. You have to be.
And I think there's a saying out there that if you don't work on your garden, the weeds will grow.
Oh, that's
True.
Do you understand? So like you said about intentionality, if you're not intentional, they're going to be in different spaces, communicating with different people, being exposed to different things.
True.
And they will pick up values, right, that with time becomes dysfunctional to them. With time, they now start manifesting those behaviors. It goes beyond them, and they now influence others. And then it gets to the level of the society. And then we're having conversations like this. Who is to blame for the failing society?
Yeah. Thank you so much, OJ. Big OJ for that. So what game do you have for us today?
Okay. I think we have an amazing game here.
When he says amazing,
And the way he was even smashing his hands, I'm afraid. I hope we're safe.
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay, great.
We are
so
safe.
I'm not
He
saying.
isn't safe.
You're our guest. You're
He's
our
our
Messi.
guest. So we're going to play a game where, let me get the props out. We're going to play a game called the Stacking Castle. So you are supposed to.
Let me move this a bit for you.
Can you imagine how easy this is? You're just supposed to stack this, and then can you see how easy it is?
Why do I feel like there's something
Like this,
evil
can you just see how
coming?
easy it is?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like see.
Just the three steps.
So,
Okay.
So I'll just do this. I'll just give you the bag of cups. Very
What's
simple.
the twist? What's the twist?
Allow me to keep my spoon. Okay. I'll blindfold you. So you'll be blindfolded. But sorry, please. So allow me. You'll be blindfolded.
Okay.
Where you're supposed. Don't worry, we'll help you. We'll support you.
Okay.
Like you're
We'll
supposed
play
to.
our role in building.
Yes, we'll play
you know,
our
Yeah, in
role
building the
building.
society, yeah.
So
So you are going to
can you
build a
see?
society now with this stack
With
of
this
cups,
stack of cups.
and we're going to inject you with the right values and direction.
We hope
Inject
you
is a
follow.
scary word.
Guide. We're going to guide.
Okay, we're going to guide you.
So
Okay.
this. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
the cups.
make sure. All right.
So you have 6 cups.
and I'm supposed to stack.
Yes.
Yes. So the first 3 go at
You
the bottom.
put a layer of 3, then 2,
then
and
2, then 1.
Let me know when I'm supposed to start.
Please start.
You can start now. Yes.
Okay.
Your first cup. Yes. Your second cup. Your third cup. You may want
Move
to
them
bring them
close
closer
together, yes.
to each other. Yes, that's good.
Foundation laid.
Yes. Then the first floor. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you'll be between.
No,
Go back.
no. Move a little to
Yeah.
your left. Good.
Yes, good.
Okay.
Take another one. I'll
To your
move,
right.
Move all the way right.
And
move
take your
over.
hand- that's right,
Good.
uh-huh.
Wait, careful,
Okay.
careful. Start from
Gently.
No, to your right. Yeah, careful.
Yes. So you're touching the first cup.
Move it a bit
Move
to
it
the left.
to the left. Move it
Again.
further to the left.
Again.
Yes. Okay.
Then
good.
push the one at the bottom.
No,
close
I
to
think
the
yeah,
left.
just leave it there.
To the
I
left.
promise you, just leave it there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then the final one. So.
That's
wait,
right. Hold it up.
So hold it up.
Slowly.
Move. Bring it down slowly. Move to the left a little.
A little, not too much.
Back to the right. Yeah,
Yes,
just
stop.
bring it down carefully all the way. Man, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Take off your
wow.
blindfold.
Take off your blindfold. Congratulations.
I can build this society. Vote for me. I don't know what
That's
we're doing.
right. That's right. We all can. We all can.
All right, it's been an
Thank you so much.
amazing
That was
time.
exciting.
It's been
Thank
an
you for
amazing
being
time.
here.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Nedu, for coming,
Thank
you
you
know,
so
to the
much.
show. And I'm sure you had fun. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's been an amazing time. We talked about who is to blame for a failing society, and we've seen that it's your responsibility, it's my responsibility, to build a good society. And if you like to be a part of this, if you like to be a guest on the show, if you like to sponsor the show, you can, reach out to us on the contact scrolling on your screen. But before we go, we have to sign our throw pillow.
Yes. Great.
Let us know you were here.
Yes.
Contributing to
the society, the viral virtue society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Okay.
And I think I should also cue in for this.
Okay. So.
Oh, nice.
I remember when I was in secondary school, I'll have written was here.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
And we also want to have,
nice.
we always do this with every guest, so we
Yes.
want to have a
Self
selfie with you.
Oh, amazing.
So,
Do I get up?
Yes, please.
Just join us. You can be in the center. Oh, wow. Yes. So you can hold this.